Alright everyone, welcome to my review of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and welcome to my Elden Ring Symphonic Adventure t-shirt. It was a fantastic experience. There's plenty of others who got to see it, but enough of that divergence. It's time for Rebirth. So just a brief little intro. I am old enough to have played the original Final Fantasy VII. Enjoyed it a lot. For my first Final Fantasy game, a little story, I might never have got into Final Fantasy if it wasn't for my mother. She went shopping one day and then came back with Final Fantasy VII. She was told that I might enjoy it. She knew I was a bit of a gamer, and the rest is history. So thanks to her for that. So far, what my thoughts of the remake trilogy is very high. I enjoyed the remake a lot, and I was looking forward to Rebirth a lot going into this. Got it day one, don't do that a lot these days, and I don't regret it. It was a fantastic experience, and this is why. Gameplay additions are fantastic, great choices. The main one that I used a lot during combat is the synergy stuff, synergy skills, synergy abilities. It's great to kind of focus on one character, but build others' ATB gauges with these synergy skills, because it just felt very mundane in Remake to have to keep constantly switching to build others' ATB. You could do materia to sort of make that easier, but this kind of just simplifies and streamlines the whole process. It just makes it feel a lot smoother. And yeah, I kind of carried on from Remake in that my main team, when given a choice, was Cloud, Aerith, Tifa. Should have given Yuffie a bit more try, because I know people have been getting a lot of fun out of using her, and I've been using her a bit lately post game, and she is actually quite fun to use. She's got the whole elemental array of abilities, evasion, all that jazz. Speaking of character roles, you've got Cloud, who's your big hit DPS. Tifa, she hits fast. She can increase the stagger bonus. She's very good for that. You've got Barrett, your tanky character. Red, a bit of a tank DPS combination. You've got I've already spoken about Yuffie, of course, and then you've got Kate Sith, who is also kind of a stagger builder, but has all these luck-based rolls as well. He's kind of interesting. I do use him a lot, because I think it's just down to him being kind of new. I just really didn't like the whole you have to waste an ability slot to get him on his little Moogle mount. It just didn't feel very fluid to me, but maybe that's just me. The story was interesting because, and don't worry, no spoilers, but it was good they kept it to very close to the original. There is some continuation. I won't say it, but there was a little twist at the end of Remake. Obviously those of you who've played it will know what I'm talking about, and that continues on into Rebirth. That story sort of progresses. Otherwise, other than a few additions, the story largely stays the same. There's a bit more character building, a bit more of their, going into their relationships, which I think is very good, very nice. The music. If Remake was great, Rebirth is also great. They just seem to know how to get that balance where it's like, if you need to be hyped, here's your hype. If you need to have your heartstrings tugged at, here's the music for that. It's just so amazing. And the last chapter got me all sorts of emotional. Oh dear. Moving on, side quests. Side quests are, I think, more numerous than Remake. Remake had a few chapters where you did sort of side quest gathering, and then it sort of affected decisions down the line, like dresses and whatnot. In this one, they use side quests as a sort of largely for world building, and there are some unrelated quests, but they do a lot for world building. You discover things in the regions and whatnot, and you can get some story lore, which I think is quite nice. One gripe about it is it's quite repetitive. You do a lot of the same tasks in each region. Maybe they could have changed it up a little bit, made it a bit more unique, but maybe that's something that can be explored in the next one. But we'll see. Overall, I enjoyed it. The good thing about it is, though, you can totally skip it if you're not interested. I would recommend doing it though, because it is very enjoyable, and they do a nice little feature at the end. Post game, where you don't have to replay all the stuff you've done. You can just do continue story progression with all your quest completion data and all that. So you only have to do it once, which is good. Another feature I want to talk specifically about is chocobos. It's an interesting one to speak solo about, but obviously in the original you had the whole chocobo breeding mini game side quest sort of thing. That's not in Rebirth. Sorry to say. Maybe they'll bring it in for the third game, maybe for getting the golden chocobo. But the way it works in Rebirth is you just get sort of like a regional chocobo. It's like all the different chocobo variants from the original. It's okay, it's decent, it's nice to play around with the different chocobos, and they've got different like environmental features and all that. And some of them are used for traversing, which sometimes got annoying. I'm looking at like Cosmo Canyon and Gongaga. Bit about that. Mini games. Probably the biggest one where I'm going to get a lot of like, oh, you're crazy sort of thing. But I, by and large, didn't enjoy the mini games. Like the one that stands out for me as the most enjoyable was the piano sequences. I don't know, it's because I like a bit of rhythm games or whatever. But I did enjoy those, even though a couple of the songs that are kind of compulsory for a trophy are like, ugh. Speaking of trophies, I'm a bit of a trophy collector. I am going to go for the platinum, so not enjoying the mini games is going to be a bit of a gripe, a bit of a headache. I'll try and persevere, because you need to do a lot of them for trophy progression. But I just feel like there was too much, and some of them overstayed their welcome. Queen's Blood is going to be a bit of a controversial opinion, but I wouldn't say I disliked it, but I was just like, every time I went to a new region I was like, oh, more Queen's Blood. And I've gotten to the last Queen's Blood match. It's a bit difficult. I'm kind of thinking my strategy, probably going to copy something online because I'm too lazy to try and work it out myself. But I want to get through with it. And I'm not, maybe I'm the crazy one. A lot of people do seem to enjoy Queen's Blood. So, in conclusion, though, fantastic. I have probably like 10 positive things to say for every negative thing, and it might even be a greater ratio than that. It's really good. I could not recommend it any higher. The music's fantastic, the gameplay's fantastic, the story, while largely the same, leaves a bit of mystery to it, where you go into the third game thinking, what could be different? It's the same thing when I went into this game. When I started it, I was like, it's probably going to be the same, but are they going to change a few things? And it's sort of done it in a way where it's like, it's not set in stone. And I think that's always been the case since they said, you're beating fate in the first game. Not everything's set in stone. You don't necessarily know what's going to happen, and it's really exciting. So looking forward to the third game. This game of the year contender, no question. It's going to be up there, even if let's hope some more great games come out. It'll be up there. The ones I haven't played that might be up there, Dragon's Dogma, I've heard is very good. Stellar Blade, might give Stellar Blade a go because that looks really interesting. But I think Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is going to be right up there as well. Solid 9.5 out of 10 game. And if you haven't played it, please, and you do have the opportunity to, please get it. It's a fantastic game. It's well worth the money. If you're having to wait for a PC release, that's fine. That will eventually come, and you will enjoy it, I guarantee. If you've enjoyed this review, let me know what you enjoyed about it. If you think I'm an idiot about the mini games, sure, let me know about that. Or if there's any games you think I might enjoy, just let me know. And if you want to see me stream some of this post-game hard mode content, I wouldn't mind doing that, but you know, let me know. I'm happy to do that. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.